Hello everyone. Okay, this is video number 52, and earlier in some of the previous videos I spoke about tick volume, and I said I would follow up with the video on how to pick a suitable currency pair to trade. So this is what this video is about. Now ignore the two panels on the right hand side, we'll talk about them another day. What I want to talk about is this panel here. So we have a currency strength indicator, it's relative currency strength, and we are set on a 4-hour time frame, and we are zoomed right in. If you notice, these candles here are quite big, aren't they? Okay, now down at the bottom here we've got the dollar index, which is the green line. We've got a slow moving average and a fast moving average, which is the red one. So the two currencies that I predominantly watch are the US dollar and the euro. I'm interested in the US dollar because it is the dominant currency and it is also the currency with the smallest spread. So if we just stick a line on here to start with, so we're on the loonie, which is the US dollar, Canadian dollar. I'll just show what we're looking for because there's a good example here. You see how the green line, the dollar, is at a sharp angle pointing upwards and it's above zero. Now to mirror that, we have a sharp angle pointing downwards, which is the Canadian dollar. Now interestingly, if you look at the zero line, look what's below here that's pointing down. Basically nothing apart from the Canadian dollar. Okay, so that would tell us that we want to be buying the US dollar and selling the Canadian dollar. Now this was due to news related information on Friday. Now the other thing I like to cross correlate with, if you like, is the dollar index. And if you look here, the dollar index, the Dixie, is pointing up. The red moving average is above the slow white moving average. Okay, so that's how to pick a suitable pair to trade, and I use the 4-hour chart. Okay, so if we just look back on this green line here, let's just look back to a previous period if we can. Let's find a point where, just avoid this area here where there was high news impact. Let's go back to a period where, if you look here, look, you see how the dollar, this is the main one I'm looking for, has crossed that zero line. Okay, so it's not a great sort of a very steep angle, but it is a good angle. It's probably about 45 degrees, I would think. So below here, let's have a look and see what is below zero, what's pointing down. Well, first of all, we've got the Swiss franc here and we've got the New Zealand dollar. So let's just double check with our dollar index. Okay, so the dollar index is pointing up, and if you look at the orientation of the two moving averages, they are lined up to show that the dollar index has got some strength. So let's look at the New Zealand dollar against the US dollar first. Okay, so if you have a look obviously at the candles here, you can see the predictive qualities of this. So you really, obviously, you want to be selling, you want to be going short on this pair because you've got obviously the dominant currency, you've got a low-ish spread pair, and the trend is obviously a strong one and it's trending south, so you are only going to take short positions. And obviously if we looked at the previous videos where I spoke about the tick volume indicator, you could use that method to trade that pair. So another pair we can look at obviously is this Swiss franc here. So let's just change the chart. Now just bear in mind that the Swiss franc is very much related to gold, because obviously the Swiss tend to hold reserves of gold, so it's very much correlated to gold. Now if we have a look at the price here, again the predictive qualities of this are quite fantastic, aren't they? Look how the price goes up. Okay, so in this instance, this pair, we are only going to be going and trading long positions, because again we've got the dollar, which is the dominant currency, and we have a low spread pair to trade. So as soon as we press buy, we're not paying a huge spread, and you can see that the trend is certainly our friend there, and it goes on for many hours, doesn't it? So you could jump in and out of that with some great certainty that you will certainly rack up some profits. Okay, well, it's just a short one, is that one. I wanted to show you how to pick a suitable pair to trade, and that's how we do it. Okay, bye now.